Welcome back to Poets and Quants' Must Reads, a quick digestible recap of the top business school news sponsored by CentraCourt, our virtual admission events. I'm your host, Christy Blyzeffer, and I'll be highlighting the most important P&Q stories you might have missed. So let's get to it. Number 1, the Harvard Business School prof who acted like a jerk and lost tenure. It started in 2014 as a $4 overcharge on a Harvard Business School professor's takeout order of spicy chicken. It's ending with a lawsuit against the storied business school. Former HBS professor Ben Edelman filed a civil lawsuit last week against his former employer after failing to get tenure at the school in 2017. Confused? Here's the backstory. The stink Edelman made over his spicy chicken order overcharge went viral, big shocker, and publicly revealed aspects of his prickly personality he'd allegedly been getting away with for years. 3 years later, HBS denied him tenure for reasons that remain confidential, as all tenure decisions do. You really do have to read the entire 8-year saga to believe it. Regarded by colleagues as a freaking genius, it's very likely that Edelman, in this case, was too smart for his own good. You can read the full commentary and all the backstories in our news tab. Number 2, the 10 biggest surprises in the Financial Times 2023 MBA ranking. After the Financial Times crowned a new winner in its annual ranking of Global MBA programs, shout out Columbia Business School, we've poured through the data for some in-depth analysis you can only get at Poets and Quants. First, don't miss our 10 biggest surprises in the FT ranking. From methodology changes, the mysterious case of the missing Wharton, and huge ranking swings, good and bad, for a lot of top programs, there's a lot to unpack, and John Byrne and Jeff Smith unpacked it. Next, John reveals how the best Indian business schools fared in the FT ranking. In 2 words, pretty good. For the first time ever, half a dozen Indian business schools have made the Global MBA ranking. That's 2 more than the 4 on last year's list, and 4 more than appeared a decade ago. Read the story to find out the reasons behind the rise. You can find both stories in our trending tab. Number 3, from middle school dropout to Stanford MBA. For most, dropping out of grade school would be an insurmountable barrier. But since starting his own business shortly after dropping out at 14, Jaeger Blanche's life has been a series of extraordinary adventures, of challenges overcome and milestones attained. Though he never got a high school degree, he graduated in the top 1% of his class from a top 10 undergraduate business school. Though he had no math or English education, he scored in the 99th percentile on the GMAT. And though he lacked a certain pedigree and work experience, he used it to earn admission to 6 of the most elite business schools on the planet, including Stanford Graduate School of Business. Between all that, Blanche competed as a weightlifter in Olympic trials and national tournaments. He traveled the globe and was an eyewitness to history. You can read about his incredible journey now on our homepage. Number 4, our weekly roundup of news you can use. No matter where you are in your MBA journey, we bring several helpful stories to you this week. First up, Wharton's round 2 interview invitations are out, and our friends at Fortuna Admissions have some amazing tips in dealing with the school's intimidating team-based interviews. Read, "Who are you in a Wharton team-based discussion?" now in our admissions tab. Next, if you're wondering what effect a possible recession might have on business schools and your MBA dreams, be sure to check out the Recession MBA, What to Know, on our homepage. And finally, ChatGPT is going to change the MBA recruitment game, and these professors will tell you how. The story is up now on our homepage. And that's it for this week's Must Reads recap. I also want to alert anyone considering a graduate business master's degree to CentraCourt's upcoming specialized master's admissions event. In these virtual panels, you'll get to explore master's in management, in finance and business analytics, and other specialized business degrees to help determine which is right for you. Our next event is March 14th and 15th, and you can register now for free. Again, I'm Christy Blyzeffer, and you can join me next week right here for a recap of what's important in the world of business education. Thanks for listening, and as always, stay informed.